Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. Because the jury selection process known as voir dire is getting closer and closer, this month there is a hearing on April 16th. It is to discuss the proposed jury questionnaires. This is going to be administered to the jurors that are summoned for possible jury duty in this case. The court will conduct a closed and sealed hearing on April 16th. The only people that will be inside will be basically the judge, the parties, and Mr. Kohberger, of course. And once the court takes into consideration what the parties' thoughts are, what they believe the questionnaire should look like, he will undoubtedly put it into final form, and then it will be administered by court personnel to the summoned jurors for possible service in the case as a tool to use during voir dire. Now, when is it being administered? We don't know. It is the only part of Judge Hippler's October 9th pretrial and trial order that's redacted. The redacted portion is: when will those jury questionnaires be disseminated, be administered to the prospective jurors? Another question that we get asked from time to time is, how many people need to serve on this jury? Well, according to Idaho Criminal Rule 23, when a party is charged with a felony, there must be a panel of 12 jurors. They will undoubtedly select more. There will be alternative jurors in there as well. So it is 12 jurors are necessary for a panel. Mr. Kohberger actually is charged with 5 first-degree felonies. Count 1 is the count for felony burglary, and then counts 2 and 5 are for the students. They're listed: Madison first, Kaylee, Xana, and Ethan. And we don't know why the indictment lists the students like that, if it's by birth date, if it's for some other reasons. The indictment was returned by the grand jury back when this matter was in Ada County on May 16th, 2023. Those are the charges that Mr. Kohberger will stand trial on. He is deemed innocent at every stage of these proceedings until or unless this future jury does convict him or he pleads guilty to the charges. Another issue that comes up is, what are the jurors told? The public announcement that Ada County puts out directed towards jurors. Well, before we get to that, but there is a special part of the Ada County Court's website that's dedicated to State versus Kohberger, and it has a lot of information there. The link to the court file is the first thing there. If you have any questions, there's a special email account set up for the Kohberger case. And then there's a big button for live stream. It will lead you to the Ada County YouTube channel for whenever there are public hearings. And we have a couple of really important days of public hearings coming up this next week, with the hearings on the motions in limine on the 9th and 10th of April. There's another announcement for potential jurors that's listed in this webpage for Ada County. And it says there, jury selection process, terms of service. Your term of jury service is listed on the summons that you received in the mail. So the process will begin with the summons that goes out to the potential jurors. And it says here, any citizen impaneled on a jury that continues past 5 days are required to stay with that jury for the duration of the trial. And then there's a question here, how was I selected? And it says here, jurors are selected in accordance with Idaho Code 2-206. Names are drawn from the voter registration records and driver's license files. So that provides us with some information in the regard to jury selection, which will be happening here within the next 3.5 months when voir dire starts on July 30th, and then Judge Hippler has the date of August 11th as the targeted date for the presentation and the beginning of the case in chief, otherwise known as the guilt phase of this proceeding. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thanks for joining us here today.